Billy's out there now doing his bit.
Okay, so remember, you can look straight ahead or over here. Either one.
That's a cool camera.
The importance of empowering others around you regarding health and freedom.
No, it's what we're called to do. My talk that I just got done with is leave it better than you found it. Well, if you can't leave anything better than you found it unless you do something with it. So we have this knowledge, we have the answers, we have the truth, and if we don't share it, then it's a waste, it's shameful. And so it's the number one thing that we do as chiropractors is share our knowledge and empower others with it.
You have to empower other people around you because that's the only way we actually make an impact in the world. So that's why I like this venue so much, because quite frankly, like, you got people like Billy D and his entire staff that are doing that. Like, we go back to our communities and change them, the communities change, the world starts to change, and we literally do that one piece at a time. So if we don't do it, who will?
The power of empowering people really comes because we then have an opportunity to influence thousands and thousands and really millions of people, rather than just, you know, sharing your story with one person. If that ignites them, it empowers them to then tell their story and hopefully impact someone else's life.
So empowering people, chiropractors and people in our offices, is vitally important for the success of chiropractic and for healthcare in general, because all of our offices are built on personal referrals, and you only get personal referrals if you've inspired something within someone to refer others and help others in the community.
We as leaders in healthcare have to empower others around us, because if we don't, who will? The medical model, the commercials, the TV, the radio, the newspapers, it's all false information geared at keeping them dumbed down so that they make the worst decisions for their family's health, which will ultimately lead them to be customers for life for Big Pharma. We have to start teaching them. We have got to empower them through information, education, and knowledge so that they can become better decision makers.
That's an awesome question, and that's the important one, because the theme behind CowJam this year, the truth to it, but to empower, to inspire, to motivate people to take not only their health but their lives into their own hands, to take over responsibility for themselves and for their own health and for the health of their families, is just so crucial, because we're living in a time right now where all of that responsibility is being taken off us, and we're losing all of that autonomy, and we're becoming very easily controlled, or easy to be controlled, whether that be on a healthcare stage or in our private lives, in our personal lives, in our professional lives.
We're in the healthcare business for one reason, and that's to empower and to teach people how to heal themselves. There's one thing where you can prescribe, like the medical profession does, and there's another thing where you can actually sit back and understand that person and listen to that person and find out what the areas of their life are that they're suffering from, and then figure out and to teach them how to heal themselves, how to become a better person.
My number one goal out there in the world is to help with mentoring other people and with collaboration. And when you can do that, it's like you can go out and you can teach it, but if you go out and teach others who are then helping others, you've just 10x'd the impact.
If we cannot empower ourselves and empower others through any venue, whether it's social media or person-to-person, internet marketing, whatever it is, if we cannot do that, then we are not going to see the change that we want.
You know, the importance of empowering others regarding health and freedom is the definition of doctor. It's teacher. It's your job. In fact, you're leaving it short if all you do is go in and make people feel better. Your job is to teach, educate, and empower others to live their life at 100% capacity of whatever that is.
Oh, it's so important for us to empower people right now, because we're going through this shift of consciousness, and there's polarity with that, and there's a lot of fear, and people are looking to ground out into a sense of self, a sense of knowing. So I feel really up to chiropractors. It's our time to help empower them to find themselves. And then when they get stronger in themselves, when we introduce them to that above, down, inside out principle, when we do that, then they can get strong, they can understand truly how to freely express themselves.
Well, I mean, the only way we can know if what we're doing is right, or what we're doing is whether morally right or ethically right, or whether it's just correct in terms of factual, correctness, is to have information. And so information really is power. Now, it's potential power because you still have to take action, but the fact of the matter is that the more accurate information you can get out to people, the more you can get them to start asking accurate questions, to find accurate information on their own, empower them to actually seek out good information.
If we're not here to influence others in that way, if life is about basic, meaningless conversations of material possessions and sports games, that doesn't hold much meaning. So when people are here trying to find substance and purpose in life and uniting their energies, if you will, toward the common good, that's what it's about for me. And to be around this many people that are also marching in that direction, to me is an honor to be around those people.
The importance of empowering others around you regarding health and freedom.
Wow. You know, I just got off stage and I finished by reading a quote from the Declaration of Independence, that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that we are endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So it's built into the fabric of our Declaration that we have the right to pursue happiness. It doesn't guarantee happiness, just that we have the right to pursue it. And what I know is if you don't have a good chiropractor in your life, you can't pursue happiness. You can't pursue anything if you're on drugs all the time and you're living a medical lifestyle. You need a chiropractor who's going to teach you how to live the chiropractic healthy lifestyle so that you can pursue health. Then you have the opportunity to pursue happiness.
I truly believe that we are all here on this planet to make a difference. And by that I mean to become the best version of ourselves possible so that we can inspire others towards greater health. Whether people get into this movement to become health leaders, or to focus on chiropractic, to focus on food, to focus on veganism, to focus on any one of the pinwheels of health, they all work together to get people to be the best versions of themselves. And what we want is for people to be the healthiest version of themselves possible, because then they can live as an example and teach others the right way to feel good and to uplift others, and then it ultimately creates a better world for us all to live in.
When you empower others around you, you empower yourself. Sounds like a cliche, but it's true. You're either trying to build an economy of renaissance or an economy of conquest and slavery. Well, economies of renaissance are beautiful and wonderful and exciting and dynamic. Economies of conquest are ugly and hurt and stink like dead bodies. So I like CalJam is trying to build an economy of renaissance.
The importance of empowering people is essential. People don't know. They've been led to believe one set of ideas by the drug industry, by the food industry, by special interests across the country, and they're wrong. They're wrong. Their interests, their primary interests are their bottom line, and that's it. They care about nothing else, and they will do anything, corrupt the science in any way, spend any amount of money on lobbying to pervert the science and therefore achieve their financial goals. And people need to be re-educated. This kind of meeting is essential, the internet's essential, people are learning, and I think why we're seeing so much resistance now is that the other side are losing, the corporations are losing, the special interests are losing, because people are getting the message, and they're getting it because of events like this that then go out, stream around the world, and people are able to get that education that they couldn't before. It's a sad realization, but it's essential that it happens now, sooner rather than later.